enjoying your day. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what these last 6 years that shadow work has taught me, or whatever the video, like the title said, because it's kind of like a... So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys what I've learned so far within these past 6 years, and also just give you guys a little refresher on what shadow work is, how you can do it, because I do know my original video that went viral, you can barely hear that bitch. And you know what? Y'all still got the information and we love it. So if you guys do end up enjoying this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you won't miss a video from me. Let's hop into this whore. So the first thing we need to discuss and talk about is what is shadow work. This is the official definition on the screen here, but to me, shadow work is just a way to connect with yourself and bring up any unreleased trauma or unreleased unhealthy and toxic habits so you can work through them and be your bestest and highest self. Shadow work is not just for the bad things, it's also for the good things, and it's also really a great tool to just help you express yourself in numerous ways, especially for me. So far shadow work has helped me with a lot of things. The number one thing it had helped me with is emotional maturity. It allowed me to express not my emotions and be open and honest, not only with myself but with other people around me. So if I feel a certain type of way about a certain situation, shadow work has helped me be vocal about it. If I feel gratitude towards someone or a certain person, I tell them. It really helped me navigate and realize how I was feeling and what it was, and then take action towards it. So I really love shadow work for that. I feel like there was something I want to say in regards to emotional maturity, but I forgot what it was. But if it come up, I will tell you guys. So yeah, like I said before, expressing my emotions. I really had trouble 6 years ago being vulnerable with people around me, especially with the ones that I love. I did not want to want people to see how low I could get, and that's simply because being raised in the household I was the one make sure everybody else was good, and then some. Our family wasn't big on expressing other emotions besides anger, irritation, and pain, and laughter. That's literally it. So shadow work has helped me express all those other emotions, such as gratitude, happiness, peace, girl. You know I love me some peace, and I did not know how to really fully immerse myself in it because of anxieties and fears of that nature. Next, it really helped me with setting boundaries. This is a super big one, especially for me. I am kind of a people pleaser, but yeah, it helped me immensely with setting my boundaries and standing within my truth, because I did have trouble setting boundaries, especially with people I love, because I don't want them to think that what I'm saying is wrong, or that I feel some type of way about them. This is getting on my nerves. So it really helped me do that. It helped me realize that setting boundaries does not mean I'm being a mean person or that I hate this person. It just means that something made me uncomfortable, and it's okay to tell these people stop doing it, and if they don't, then I can just kick them out of my life. And that's another thing it helped me with, cutting off people that do not serve me, and really helping me forgive people who have hurt me. Shadow work is really great for that. It allowed me to release and to let go a lot of pain and resentment and anger, so I can feel what it is to be free and to not be boggled down by all those emotions, baby, because it doesn't feel good at all. So next, like I said, it's just really kind of tied into this, is clearing my energetic field. Shadow work, when I first started it, it was tough. And then once I really healed a lot of the stuff that was bothering me and kind of advanced within my spiritual journey, my energetic field felt so light that you would know, especially if you start your spiritual journey from a very low place, how your energetic field would feel, especially once you become more sensitive to energy. I felt this cloud, this very much weighing down when I wasn't working through the trauma that I needed to work through, the toxic habits that I needed to let go. But once I did, once I did, my vibrations was shot up to the fucking sky. So shadow work is really great to help you clear your energetic field, because you're not keeping any of the negative emotions or bad emotions on you. You're feeling those emotions and then releasing them, pushing it out, and that's really great. So now let's get into what this video really is about, which is what I have learned in regards to shadow work. I narrowed it down to 5 things for you guys, because honestly, I could talk forever with shadow work, but I'm not going to do this because I cherish y'all time. I cherish your time. You're welcome. The first thing I learned is that you do not have to have a set routine for shadow work. I always get this question a lot. I always be like, when do you do shadow work, or like how do you do it? Like, what is your set routine? And for me, I just noticed something. But anyways, for me, I don't really have a set routine. I do shadow work when I am called to do it, and sometimes it takes a minute for me to do it, especially within the beginning first couple of years. It would take me like building up whatever I was feeling and then releasing it. Like, it'll just explode into one big shadow work session. The spirit's like, yeah, we told you to do that a couple of weeks ago, you should have got to it. But now I just go to the altar and make sure I express how I feel every single day, and that is a really good way to do it. Whether you have an altar or you discuss with your ancestors, I personally do shadow work with my ancestors. So if you do have an altar, go to your altar and every single day ask yourself, how do you feel right now in this moment? What do you feel like internally? Why do you feel this way? And just start speaking towards your altar, to your ancestors. Maybe create a voice memo. If you don't like speaking out loud, I highly recommend journaling how you feeling. That one question would get you launched into your shadow work, because shadow work is super easy, and it's not just for when you're feeling bad. It's just to help you regulate and express your emotions, for sure. The second thing I learned is that journaling your feelings actually works. And I started to get back into journaling and scripting the beginning of this year. Like last year, I kind of slipped up because I don't know, I just did not feel like doing it. But during this past couple of months, I'm like, ooh, I really love journaling. I feel so light after journaling and writing out my emotions. So if you ever feel like you don't have the energy to journal, you don't even have to write a whole paragraph. Just write a couple of sentences and you will feel so much better. So I highly recommend journaling as a way to do shadow work, because it's super freaking easy and it's super amazing, expressive, and it's fun to have a diary, love. It's so fun to have a diary. This one here, this one. I learned it like, what, 2 years in doing shadow work? You're gonna do shadow work on that one situation. You may have to do it over and over and over again. It's not a one time you're done type of thing. It's a process. And sometimes you may think you're super healed from it, and you are in that moment, and then something triggers you. Don't say, oh, I done slipped back, because no, you didn't. You have brought up a new feeling, and now it's time for you to work through that feeling. Eventually, you're going to get to a place where it does not hurt you and does not harm you in any way, and it's just like a fleeting memory. But sometimes it's going to have to take multiple times and multiple sessions of shadow work in order to overcome that emotion, overcome that situation, overcome that person. Or I should say heal instead of overcome. You feel me? I also realized that sometimes you will have epiphanies on shit that happened years ago. You'll be like, oh, that's what it fucking meant during a shadow work session. And Spirit's just like, take that lesson and run with it. That doesn't mean stay in the past. That doesn't mean brood over that past. It means, okay, I see this red flag that I didn't see at the time, and now I know exactly what to look for next time. That's one great thing that I learned about shadow work when I was doing it. The most perfect and last thing that I learned about shadow work is the fact that it is the best thing in the world. It's like literally amazing. And a lot of us are already doing it without even knowing what it is. If you are holding yourself accountable, expressing your emotions, you're journaling, you're discussing things with your guides, you're unknowingly and unintentionally doing shadow work. And shadow work in hand with therapy is mwah. I don't have a therapist. I haven't went to therapy yet. I have just basically healed through the work of shadow work for me, and it really worked immensely. So I feel like if you cannot go to a therapist right now, whether you cannot afford one, whether you're uncomfortable with one, like me, I'm very uncomfortable with being vulnerable with other people, still working with that, then you can do shadow work, and you can do it through journal prompts that people can give you. I do have a service where I give you free journal prompts, or like $10 journal prompts that you can get from me. And I also have a beginner's ebook. I almost forgot to tell you. Actually, I wasn't even going to tell you in this video, honestly. I forgot I even made it. But I do have a PDF file that has over 20 pages. No, 9 pages with journal prompts, tips and tricks, and a really strict definition on what shadow work is and how you can get started. So it is linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, shadow work is really amazing for people who just need to get started in spirituality. And honestly, that is one of the first things I would recommend you do when it comes to getting into your spiritual world and your spiritual journey, depending on where you're coming from. Because I personally started with manifestation. And with manifestation, I realized I had limiting beliefs and blockages I had to work on, which led me to shadow work. You see, so you're gonna do it eventually. So I just highly recommend you start with that, figuring out what your limiting beliefs are, why they're your limiting beliefs, and how you can break it. And that is just going to be propelling you forward. And also, here's one question you can ask yourself if you are starting your spiritual journey, or you're just in the beginning and you don't know what to do. Why are you walking this journey? What do you want to cultivate for your life with this spiritual journey? Is it going to be a lifelong thing? Okay, answer those questions, and I'm also going to put it on the screen just in case you guys, you need it. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope it helped you, resonated with a few of you guys. I would like to know if you've been doing shadow work for a very long time. How has it helped you? How long have you been doing it? So my loves, make sure to stop by my shop if you want to see Black women as supernatural ethereal beings. I will see my little angel fairies next time. Bye, my loves.